for everyone, but not enough for everyone's greed. So in other words here, what we are facing in our work for justice and peace is really the basic problem of selfishness, of greed, when others suffer because um, some, especially those who are in power, who are in position, would not even extend their hand to help those who are underprivileged. And this had been exacerbated as Laudato Si. This situation invite us for a reassessment of our understanding of ourselves. And one of the groups mentioned also that our anthropocentric attitude, our sense of superiority over other species, and even with other human beings. So this pricks our conscience into uh, reflecting how we relate with one another, with the earth, and with God. So this paradigm that we are seeing, no, in Laudato Si, in our JPIC ministry, and our founders' vision of the world. This talks about a simple way of living our lives, and that is the prophetic witness of our vows: poverty, obedience, and chastity. And this points clearly to the fundamental assertion, or fundamental conviction, rather, that we have to move from having more to being more, and that would make everything sustainable, especially our planet. We have to reorient ourselves to the significant um, commitment of becoming more of ourselves as created in the image and likeness of God, brothers and sisters to one another. This will be discussed in the succeeding sessions. A fratelli tutti will be discussed next, and that would be touched, in this universal sense of brotherhood and sisterhood. And and it is said that we have to live simply so that others could live sustainably. And that is why it involves the ethic of personal responsibility. Now we are a Shibali family sharing our common effort for JPIC, what Laudato Si envisions, and also our founder. But it is really about having that commitment, that the universal responsibility starts with a personal one. Father, just as I've said, mentioned this, start from where you are. He is in Kolong, in the farm. And I mentioned those basic, simple ways, to address, contribute our part to sustain the planet by doing the simple things, of putting off lights and others. So this talks about the ethic of personal responsibility. Every person can make a small or great effort that could nurture or damage the community and the environment. And that ultimately, here, each person can decide to choose ways and means to foster or destroy this vision of sustainability. And as I've said, that the personal responsibility is understood in the communal one, because we are bound to one another, especially as we witness as a religious community and as Shibali family. It is directed, this personal ethic is directed towards the protection and preservation of the common good. And ultimately, we have to restore the bond that we have lost this bond that binds each one as God's creation. And Laudato Si has offered that moral vision of the bond that we are uh, brothers and sisters to one another living in a common home, and that with the distraction and the injustices going on, our responsibility to restore the bond is integral in in our understanding of discipleship, and especially connecting that to our charism and spirituality. And that, of course, that we fail at times as stewards, as as kins, the kinship model to one another. But to restore this bond is indeed requiring us to change our core values, to change our outlook, our paradigms, so that we can live sustainably in light of Laudato Si and our mission of JPIC and the thoughts of our founder. Thank you.
Let's give Father JR a round of applause. Either you can, thank you very much. The, that was a very good synthesis and a good summary of your presentation of the comments and reflections of our group. So now uh, I would like to hand you over to hand this our conference over to Sister Kathy. Sister Kathy?
Father Jaya, on behalf of the participants and the team, I would like to sincerely thank you for your very interesting, very challenging, and very overwhelming presentation. Certainly, it is a challenge for us, and we have heard what others have expressed, and that is rightly so that it's easy that it is a challenge for us. So our call is to be able to open our hearts and to begin where we are and to do what we can to our utmost. And for this, thank you so much again. And we hope to see you again. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sisters and brothers.
Thank you.
With that,
Thank
with that, we would like
And
to have a picture
now we
taken.
have the, yes.
Please show yourselves and smile. Ready? Asus Langgor and Komunitas Wisma. Ready? Smile. 1, 2. Wow. Again. 1, 2. Terrific. Thank you.
Suddenly we open ourselves into the picture taken during the talk. People are not to the faces. Everybody's talking because picture taking.
Thank you.
For that,
Thank you.
closing their
Bye, Sally.
closing their.
Thank you, Sister Kathy. Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Terima kasih.
Bye.
Terima kasih.
Bye, Sal.
Happy
Terima
Father's Day
kasih.
tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. See you.
Bye.
See you.
Bye. Terima kasih.
Kathy, Susan Sophie.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Diana.
That anniversary.
Thank you.
Happy feast day tomorrow.
Thank you, Kathy.
Tomorrow.
Hi,
The
Sophie. Bye.
anniversary of Father
Bye.
Chevalier.
And
The anniversary of Father Chevalier is
Thank you
coming
very
soon.
much.
Thank you.
Levi, dia bermuncul, Levi. Ya ampun. Terusan.
Diana. Kristiani.
Hai.
Eh,
Hai Sister Shan.
apa
Apa
kabar?
kabar?
Baik.
How are you?
Baik. And you?
Greetings from all the sisters in Grogol. Sister
Yes,
Hermin,
because
Sister Pauline, Sister Emily, Sister
Yes,
Sevalia,
thank you.
many of us.
Yes, pass my love
There are
to
many.
them. Yes, thank you.
Hello